When the virus struck, for obvious reasons, the first ones to go were the fatties.
Hello everyone, Skippy here, and welcome to One Piece episode 1008. Directed by Tasuku Shimaya from his and Yutaka Nakashima's board and supervised by Shuichi Ito. While not looking like an animation extravaganza, this episode looks pretty enjoyable in its own right already, with Tasuku Shimaya's direction and his board shared with Nakashima already showing promise, and especially so when considering how pretty solid their last episode together was, lengthy flashback towards the end aside. When helped by Shuichi Ito's polished and cute corrections that will no doubt help raise the episode's quality regardless of anything, will episode 1008 stick that landing? Let's put our heads together and find out. This episode covers chapter 995, barring a few pages of the Big Mom and Margot conflict, and as such that helps this episode's overall pacing stay pretty damn solid, while also allowing it a lot of time to add in quite a bit of extra scenes to this fight in order to prepare the build-up for it that wasn't in the manga, which gives us some more fun Usopp and Nami antics in the process that only add to the experience and how dire the fight might seem for the weaker members of the Straw Hat crew, which tunnels in nicely to the small added flashbacks to Nami and Luffy in Orange Town that don't overstay their welcome and are cool additions overall, same with the quick Arlon flashback that follows it, as I do believe that in such a life or death situation like this that Nami would have that moment running in the back of her head. Combine that with the rest of the manga content being done fairly well and even looked at differently as well, like making Brook's potential Ice Oni transformation into a dramatic show of sorts, and this episode ends up being the complete antithesis of last week when it comes to pacing, while also being a solid execution of Oda's original pages and then some. And while I think seeing Luffy out there with Jinbei and Sanji during Nami's scene like we did in the manga would have helped the last scene a bit, I'm pretty happy with the overall results. While nothing too crazy, both Nakashima's A part and the B part from Shimaya are well polished and don't feel particularly flat like a few of the past episodes have. With Nakashima's board being full of his usual casual aesthetic but also his love for floorboards and the like that helps build scale while otherwise staying simple, and Shimaya's being much more scale based but within reason for the more conservative visual nature that this episode has, that still manages to do the fight justice through some neat ideas in overall execution. Throw in the usual but still appreciated polished work from Shuichi Ito that helps add personality to this episode when the animation largely takes a back seat, and 1008 isn't groundbreaking, but it's a good time. While it might not be too full of the ideas and the height of what Wano could achieve, I think that the overall execution of the episode was pretty good putting it all together, and that's really all it's needed sometimes, I think. Not every director is surely going to be at the apex of what Wano can achieve, and I think I should live with that. And as such, that plus everything I've said before makes this a pass for Shimaya in my book. And it's looking as if next week's episode 1009 will be more of the same, which isn't bad. Yusuke Suzuki has constantly been a surprise for me partway through this arc, and his board here looks like more of what I've come to expect from him. And while so far there doesn't look to be any crazy animation, the work on display from supervisors Toshio Deguchi and Hirotaka Ito looks bold and loud, which should definitely help things if it's a bit more on the conservative side, so we'll just have to wait and see. Anyways guys, that's it for now. I'm Skippy, and the true Kaido killer has now entered the scene.